Hey guys, Misty here from Dreamweaver Team, powered by Samson Properties, and I wanted to discuss buying a bank-owned home today. So a lot of people, especially first-time buyers, are always looking for foreclosures, and I think it's simply because everyone believes we're going to get a great deal, and that may be true. However, there are some caveats to that and some issues that you may not be aware of. And a lot of things are just completely different when you are buying a foreclosure property from a bank. So number one is that a bank is not a person, obviously, but they don't have that emotional connection. And so they also don't have any timelines because they don't live there. They've never lived there. Most of them have probably never even seen the home. They have an agent that does everything. They've never been in there. They have no ties to this house whatsoever. So when it comes to submitting an offer and negotiating, it's a lot different than negotiating with the guy down the street who has to move to start a new job in 3 weeks and must sell now. The banks, they don't need to sell. Seems kind of silly. They have this house sitting there, not making them money, costing them money, but they don't need to sell. And so they're not going to negotiate the same way that an individual was. So this can be very frustrating to buyers, especially actually buyers that have done this process before and they know how this works with individual homeowners. Doesn't work the same way, and it can get very frustrating to them. So keep that in mind. The second biggest thing, especially if you are a first-time buyer and you're kind of looking for that deal and you're just gonna get something really cheap and you think that, you know, I have some skills, I can fix it up, whatever's wrong with it. Depending on your qualifications and what type of loan you qualify for, you may not be able to buy a bank-owned property. So a lot of them, you know, when people are losing their homes, unfortunately, they do get upset, of course, and a lot of them damage the home. Or they just never really took care of it, and so it's in bad condition, a lot of them. And again, that's why a lot of people look at that. Unfortunately, a lot of loans, government-backed loans, FHA, USDA, VA, if there are certain problems with the house, they will not approve the loan for it. So they want a home to be safe, be healthy, and really be move-in ready for their clients. So they're not going to approve a home that has mold, peeling paint, missing railings, no appliances, any safety or health issues. They're not going to approve it. So for most people buying a home for the first time that want to use these lower down payment options or 100% financing with USDA, an REO bank-owned property foreclosure is not a possibility. And I know it's really frustrating for my buyers when I tell them that this house is just not going to be approved for them and they don't understand. So I wanted to talk about that. So the other thing is offer price. Everyone thinks that because it is bank owned and it's a foreclosure that they can go in and kind of offer, you know, half the asking price. Banks do a whole comp analysis just like we would with any other home that is being sold, and so they take into account the work that needs done, they take into account all the comps in the area, all of these things, and so they price it accordingly, which if they have done their job is priced appropriately for the market. So they're not going to take 50% of the sales price. If you get a home that, you know, came on the market and the market slowed down right away, and so now they are priced a little over, they will negotiate, but they're typically going to be in that same range as other homes on the market. So in our area, it's about 96 to 98% of the sales price. That's generally what they are going to accept. So that can be really frustrating for buyers who think because it's a foreclosure, they're going to be able to go in there and get it for pennies on the dollar. It just doesn't work that way. So those are the three biggest things that I see my clients kind of grapple with when they're dealing with foreclosures. If you are a first-time buyer, we can look at other options. If you have the ability to get approved for a conventional loan or a rehab loan, foreclosures are a great option. A rehab loan is essentially you're going to be approved for the amount to buy the home and also fix the home so that it is ready to move into. And there's a whole process about that. We can discuss that in another video. But that is what you need to qualify for. So if I say these things to you, please know that I'm just trying to protect you and save you the heartache from falling in love with a house and trying to get it when I know that your loan is not going to be approved for this house. So if you are looking, let me know, message me or contact me. I'd be happy to help, and hope you have a great day. Bye.